They're out there. Black boys in white suits up before me. Here's the chief, old Chief Broom. Sting a mop in my hand and motion to the spot they aim for me to clean today. And I go. Every morning we sit lined up on each side of the day room, mixing jigsaw puzzles after breakfast, listen for a key to hit the lock, and wait to see what's coming in. I explain to you. The big nurse put 1,000 pounds down on me and I can't budge. The patients look at one another's puzzled faces, then back to the door, where his voice is coming in. He's no ordinary admission, and when they tell him about the shower, he don't just submit. He sounds like he's way above them, talking down. McMurphy organized a fishing trip for his 12 acutes. While we were leaving, Ellis pulled his hands down off the nails in the wall and squeezed Billy Bibbitt's hand and told him to be a fisher of men. McMurphy had shown us what a little bravado and courage could accomplish, and we thought he'd taught us how to use it. All the way to the coast, we had fun pretending to be brave. When people at a stoplight would stare at us in our green uniforms, we just do like he did. Sit up straight and strong and tough-looking and put a big grin on our face and stare straight back at them. As McMurphy led the 12 of us towards the ocean. I looked around and there were all 3 of the other poles whipping around just like mine, and the rest of the guys scrambling down off the cabin at the excitement and doing everything in their power to get underfoot. "McMurphy, get out here and look at this!" Everyone was shouting at him to do something, but he wasn't moving. So Harding got the gaff and jerked my fish into the boat with a clean, graceful motion like he's been boating fish all his life. It was late when we got back to the hospital. Some of the acutes watched us march into the hall, blood-speckled, sunburned, stinking of fish, toting our salmon like we were conquering heroes. The big nurse had her next maneuver underway the day after the fishing trip, what she called a cautionary cleansing. You are strapped to a table, shaped, ironically like a cross, with a crown of electric sparks in place of thorns. They put the graphite salve on his temples. "What is it?" he asks. "Conductant," the technician says. "Anoint us my head with conductant? Do I get a crown of thorns?" They put those things on like headphones. Twist some dials, and the machine trembles. At midnight, the nurse went off duty. I got out of bed and put a robe on. McMurphy woke his 12 acutes up, then went to the window to receive the woman and party supplies. Drunk and running and laughing and carrying on, with women square in the center of the Combine's most powerful stronghold, I thought back on the night, on what we'd been doing, and it was near impossible to believe. I had to keep reminding myself that it had truly happened, that we had made it happen. We had just unlocked a window and let it in like you let in fresh air. Maybe the Combine wasn't all-powerful. What was it to stop us from doing it again? Billy and his girl mentioned that they'd like to have the seclusion room unlocked. The next morning, the big nurse came in and found out what we had done. "Bibbit! Where's Billy Bibbit?" asked the nurse. "William Bibbit, I am so ashamed for you. What will your mother say?" "It was McMurphy," he answered. They put him in the doctor's office, and he was found dead moments later. After putting up a fight with McMurphy, the nurse sent him to Disturbed, where they had performed a lobotomy on him. The big nurse couldn't rule with her old power anymore, not by writing things on pieces of paper. She was losing the patients one after the other. One flew east, one flew west. One flew over the cuckoo's nest.